Ready to go?
Can we go backwards?
We are going, well, not going backwards, we're going forwards.
Forwards.
Haley, is it foggy this morning or what?
Yeah. It's foggy.
Sure is foggy.
It's foggy.
Woo!
Where's the foggy? Where's the foggy?
It's seriously foggy out here.
It's seriously foggy out here. It's foggy out
You want to go check out some more mangoes?
I think I want to eat them. I eat them. I want to eat them.
You want to eat what?
I eat a mango.
You do?
Yeah.
All right, what's ripening YouTube? So I'm out here again.
What are you talking?
1 week later, we're waiting for Grammy to pick up my daughter and take her home with her for the day. So while we're waiting for Grammy to pick her up, let's go check out some more mangoes. So last time we were here, we did the first row and the second row. Let's go ahead and start on the third row and see what's going on. So the first tree here is Little Gem, or Lil Gem. You can see right there. This one looks like it's got a pretty crazy amount of fruit on it this year. I don't know a lot about this variety. It's a relatively new ZIL selection, but happy tree. Same goes for Tarale. This one I've had really good reviews for the flavor of this one, and it has been productive for the last 2 years. Tarale, right there, you can see. The next one, Juliet. If you like the Julie mangoes, this is a seedling of Julie. Really nice flavor. Seeing a couple little bumps and bruises and wonky spots on these, so we'll see how they perform. As you can see, it's a really foggy morning, so a lot of moisture in the air right now. Hopefully it won't affect the fruit quality. This one is the buttercream. This is one of the ones that I received as a very small tree, and last year it actually held a fruit or two. This year it hasn't grown much and it's still holding, so I'm wondering if this is going to end up being a dwarf or semi-dwarf, or if it's just a young tree and it's, you know, it's being held back from the fruit set. I don't know yet, but so far it's been relatively slow growing, the buttercream. Interesting, some of these have that kind of like horn on the back, which is kind of a unique looking feature of that fruit. The next one in the row, Super Julie. This one was one of my favorites last year. Large, kind of blocky, square looking fruit. I don't know if it shows up at this stage, but when they get bigger, they're kind of like flat and angular. This one you can see is still flowering again. It's been productive for the last 2 years now, so it hasn't been alternate bearing so far. The Angies, this is the first time the Angies really put out a decent crop. I like this mango a lot. I like that it stays relatively small. So I have high hopes for that one. I know a lot of people really like the Angie. Orange Essence. This tree has been a superstar in production for, I think, the last 3 seasons. So it doesn't seem like it takes a year off, at least not for me. And as you can see, it's holding pretty well. Orange Essence. You've probably heard about it. It's another ZIL variety. Next one is Malika. I personally love this mango. A lot of people have mixed reviews about it. The big thing with Malika is getting it to ripen properly. So picking it at the right time and then ripening it properly. And it does take a little bit of finesse to get that right. It's hard for me to just explain it. It's kind of a feel thing. You definitely don't want to let this mango get cool. You want it to stay warm while it's ripening so that it does ripen properly. Doesn't seem like it ever holds a heavy crop. And my tree's kind of out of balance. I think I had a branch break or something when it was younger, so I have this kind of funky shape on it. But it's got it's got a few fruit on there, looking pretty good. This one's Phoenix. This one's been holding well for me as well. Been consistent. I haven't had any really disappointing years with it so far, but I am getting some of this, I don't know what you want to call that, brown stuff on some of these fruit. So some of them I'm just picking them off, some of them I'm leaving them. Like if there's two there, I'll just pick off the ugly one and see if the better looking one will stay. But nice tree, holding on most of the panicles. Here's the lemon zest. You know, I hear a lot of people say that the lemon zest is not a productive tree, and I'm wondering if there's something climatic, or I'm not sure what the issue is, but for me it holds pretty well. I mean, last year I had a heavy crop. This year it's probably a moderate crop, but I mean, it's no worse than anything else, I would say. I'm happy with it. My daughter seems to be amused, so let's continue to another row. We'll get you 2 rows in one video. All right, now this tree is one of my superstars. This is that peach cobbler. This one holds heavy every single year, no question. And you can see it's even trying to flower again. So this is an overachiever mango tree, and if you want production, this is one on my list for consistent production. This one's Chocanon. This is that miracle mango that kind of flowers whenever it feels like it. This year it looks like it's holding quite well. It looks like it's going to be a little earlier than some of the other ones. The next one I have is the Kesar. I used to say Kasar, but I was corrected by Indian folks that said it was Kesar. I'm probably still pronouncing that kind of wrong, but this one hasn't had a crop in like 2 years. So I'm getting my first heavy crop on this tree since it was really small. Last year it had none. So I don't know if it's an alternate bearer or if it was just a bad year for Kesar last year. I'm not really sure. But I'm excited to have this one because this one is amazing. Indian flavor. Like if you've had it, you know about it. Like I have a few clients and friends that like are super fans of the Kesar mango because they've had it, and most other people just don't know anything about it. This one is Maha Chinook. This is, to me, one of the prettiest mangoes. I just love that long elongated shape. When they ripen, they have a really pretty hue on them. Even when they're young, you can see they have this kind of pinkish hue, but they really color up when they get ripe. And this is the first time that this tree has had a really nice crop on it. Last year it only had maybe a dozen fruit, but this year, I mean, there's a dozen fruit right there. There's, you know, the whole tree. This one right here, Pim Sang Mun. So this is the beginning of my green mango section. I did kind of a little selection of green mangoes. Pim Sang Mun, holding a few fruit in here, good size. It was a small tree when I got it, so it's still small. So hopefully it'll pick up the pace pretty soon. Namdak Mai, holding heavy. This one is a pretty good, like, gold standard for productive smaller mango if you like the flavor. It's kind of mild and sweet, not like a complex kind of mango, but a lot of people really love it. If you've ever had mango sticky rice, this is the mango you usually get. It also makes a really good green mango, and I think it's a really pretty one. It has a unique kind of pointed tip that's pretty easy to identify. If you're seeing them in a pile of mangoes, you can usually pick out the Namdak Mai. This one's Kyo Savoy. This one is traditionally eaten green, and it's holding its first decent crop this year. The next one is Dot. This one held extremely heavy last year, and it's holding well this year, except it seems like it's got some kind of, you know, I don't know, fungal disease or something going on here. I've been picking off the ugliest ones to see if I can get it to push out some clean mangoes, but last year it was a rock star in terms of the production. So far I'm happy with the production. I'm not sure about the disease resistance on these, but we'll just have to keep an eye on it. This one is Jin Huang. This one's from Taiwan. It's also known as the Golden Queen, and it's kind of comparable to Namdak Mai, except the fruit get quite a bit larger. I got it as a pretty small tree, so it's still taking time to get established, but it is fruiting even at a small size. And the last one on this row is the Cat Saigon. This makes it a very, very large mango. The first couple of years it made just a few quite large, and this year it looks like it's trying to hold a whole bunch. And then if you'll notice, it's even flowering up on the top again. Really pretty mango, and I haven't had enough of it to know exactly how I like them ripened and all that kind of stuff yet, because I've only had one or two at a time, and I probably sold them. I don't really remember. So anyway, that's what's growing right now. I'm gonna go back and check and see if Grammy's here to pick up my daughter, and maybe we'll get a chance to sneak back over to the next two rows and give a quick peek at those here shortly. I hope you enjoyed that, and we'll see you next time.
Come run away from me. Applebee, Applebee, please come run away from me.
Is Purple Kitty ready to go?
Yes.
You ready? You gotta hold on tight.
Wait till I'm buckled in.
Get your buckle up. You ready?
Yep.
All right, we're gonna go really fast. Are you ready?
Yeah, really fast.
All right.
Go that way.
Oh, you know what? I forgot the key. Where's the key? Is that silly or what?
They're in your hand.
Oh, okay.
They were in your hand.
Now you ready?
Yep.
Here we go.
Here we
Is
go.
Purple Kitty safe?
Yep.
Good, here we go.
The baby's safe. Applebee, Applebee, please come run away from me. Applebee, Applebee, please come run away from me. It's bumpy. Stop. It's so bumpy. Now go.
You ready?
Yep.
Okay. Let's go this way.
Yep. Let's go that way. That's where the house is.
You want to look for mulberries?
No. No. I'm gonna go back to the house.
Okay, that's what we're doing.